Hi and welcome to episode 96 of the Arya Bark Podcast. My name's Caroline and I'm coming to you today from my home in Fife in Scotland. If you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. It's great to have you here. How are we all doing? I hope you're well. I've been social, which is why I haven't been on. Ryan's found that he likes shopping and he keeps taking me and I don't like shopping. Unless it's like cake shops and stuff like that, and wool shops, obviously. So I've been quite social, which has took it out of me, and I've had no spoons to do podcasting. So it's been a wee while. I was speaking to a lovely friend because I couldn't figure out. It's like, right, I've not been on in a month, and I have very, very little to show for it. Even as far as like making progress on projects, it's like, why have I not made that much progress? And then a lovely friend reminded me that I decided to take up learning a language again. And I'll be honest, I'm very competitive. Show me a badge and I need to win it. And this particular learning programme has badges and you compete against other people to get to the top of the table. And yeah, that's seriously impacted on my crafty time because I seem to be spent. The problem is it keeps sending me notifications to say, oh, you've went to number 2, and it's like, no. The other part of the problem is obviously me and my cousin are now in Irish battle, and I wouldn't say I was competitive with other family members, but apparently me and him are so similar that we decided to have a language battle. We'll leave that there. So I have not got a lot. In this week's podcast, we have coming in, going out, StashSmash, Naughty Corner and Whips. I had started feeling a bit meh regarding some of my projects. So I'd done a quick centering, but we'll go into that later. Coming in is not as long as what it could have been because I'm not showing the gnome yarn that I brought in, of which there is a lot. Because I took a Maddie, tidied I think you can just see it, but there is the table that normally sits next to me. That was piled high. I decided to put it all away and then realised I have no idea where I put half the stuff. So yeah, that was a thing. So let's get started. As I said, I'm not going to be showing the gnome yarn. You will see it if I'm working on a gnome with it, but however, can I just say, this is to Nancy. Mandy's yarn plus Dave's bag, heaven, absolutely heaven. So I did make a purchase from the lovely Mandy over at Mouse Witch Yarns and Mousy's Makes, and also the lovely Dave. So I'll show Dave's one first. I got another bag. I do have another one here. So this is the big bag. And now I have a slightly smaller bag. Why are you not closed? So we have a strap. We have a little notions pouch. Now I have to be very careful because there's yarn in here that isn't to be shown. Should I empty it out first? You do get to customise it. I asked for a strap. I don't know if I asked for the notions pouch. Possibly did. I also asked for mine to come with a little pocket Absolutely lovely. Now, in this bag, I had 5 skeins of yarn. Obviously, it was pretty full. 2, possibly. This is going to be my Gnome bag. It's absolutely lovely. So I do want to say a massive thank you to the wonderful Dave for his amazing leatherwork talents. So you'll get to see this again. Next, the yarn. As you're aware, I am purchasing both of Mandy's mystery sets. So you get the mystery mini set for March. So I've got my March one. Can't show yet because Mandy does, is it quarterly sets that's made up of previous, was it previous or future? Can't remember, but it's made up of 3 months worth of minis. Obviously I'm not going to show you mine because I don't want to spoil it for anybody, and she does also do the mystery full skein, which again I'm showing nobody. I am moving that out the road before I end up flashing it. So, the lovely Mandy is also doing the Advent Revisited, which is a full skein of the Advent, the 25-day Advent, no 25-day, 24-day. 24-day Advent. However, I did ask the lovely Miss Mandy if I could get day 25 again. My day 25 done the unicorn parallelograms. It's also going into the Kuschelig blanket. And in order to make a blanket for Ryan, using the Advent full skeins, it meant that it was going to be slightly, no a shape I wanted. I needed it to be 5x5. So, the lovely Mandy did give me another one. She's so amazing. Look at this. Now, I'm going to go through them. They have all been marked with days. That will get discussed later. So I'm going to do them in day order. So the first one, this is Blackpool Tower. Absolutely stunning. Now, I don't know if I have got the pictures here, I'll show you. So that was Blackpool Tower for day 5. And this, that. Now, obviously, you don't, if you go digging, there's other colours in it, but love it. So that was day 5. Day 9, which is this one. This is the Giant's Causeway. Again, absolutely stunning. Love it. I think that's out. Not done it out of order. Day 7, which I have got to say is my absolute favourite. Absolute favourite is this one. This is the Dark Hedges, which is from Ireland. Love it. And there's wee greeny speckly bits. So that was day 7. And the last one that I asked Mandy for was day 25. Now, I don't have day 25. But day 25 was Sunrise at Sunrise at Glastonbury Tor. That is... I know I said this was my favourite. This is also my favourite. Actually, they were all my favourite. They were absolutely stunning. Mandy does have her advents up. It will surprise absolutely no one. Well, technically it kind of surprised myself. I kind of surprised myself. Ryan and I had a discussion because she does have a selection of advents depending on your mood. And as I tried to explain to Ryan, trying to pick an advent from Mandy is kind of like trying to pick who your favourite child is. Now, so we had a discussion, we had a little chat about cash, and we'd done some jiggery pokery. I'm very excited. And I've decided this year I am going to buy all 4 advents. You have the 2, you have a bright. It would be better if I actually looked it up rather than just pulling the answers out my backside, because that's where I get myself into trouble. You have Merry and Bright, and you have Dark and Moody. I couldn't decide between those 2 first of all. And I was like, oh, I don't know. So, I am getting both the Merry and Bright minis and the Dark and Moody minis. And that, I think's 24 days, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to think of the conversation that I had with Mandy. I'm sure that's 24 days. She's not doing a main skein. And I'm also getting the full skein. This time she's not doing the sock set, which was the full skein in the mini. It's just a full skein. And I'm also getting that in the Merry and Bright and Dark and Moody. I'm so excited. We'll be completely honest, I am very, 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 very excited. So, that order's gone in. I will need to remind Ryan on Friday to pay for it. So I have lots and lots of Mandy yarn due to come, which I'm so happy about. There was a colour that was needing, that I need to remind myself to speak to Mandy about if she does a flesh tone. I need a flesh tone for my gnomes. That's the plan. So, this is my yarn purchases. Now, I need to go back to where I was. So, between, this was 600 grams. That's including there was 5 skeins. Obviously, I've got the Mystery Mini one. You will see that at some point. Actually, what I would advise you to do is watch Mandy's one, because when she's able to show it, she will. That's an easier option. Yes, so these need to be wound. Those need to go into Ryan's blanket. So that was 600 grams and 2,400 meters. My coming in is horrendous. This month I have brought in 3,240 grams and 5,153 meters. That is shocking. Absolutely shocking. I think I am going to have a word with myself. Obviously, I'm still going to keep getting my clubs from Mandy every month. That's no stopping at this point. But the other yarn that I'm bringing in will need to be getting addressed, because I have I been spendy? I'm trying to think. Have I been spendy? I bought the missing cables that I didn't have from Lantern Moon. They're cables. There's no any different for the ones that I showed you in episode 94. 94 or 95? 94. I did purchase a set of Lantern Moon tips. However, it's currently in beside the extra needle tips from projects. It's in a bag that I got from Tonya. And I can't find that bag. I don't know what I've done with it. I can't remember the last place I had it. I was sure the last place I had it was in here. I gutted in here, it's not here. So I need to go find it. When I do find them, I will show you. I have used them and they are really, really nice. However, they are exceptionally expensive. But my birthday is coming up and I'm kind of thinking that I might ask Ryan for my birthday for a set of the Lantern Moon interchangeables. That might be a plan. I do have to sit and think about what I want for my birthday because that is coming up soon. So, that's really all I brought in. Yeah, I'm just blethering. I have no business blethering. I need to stop. So yeah. I've been a bit spendy. Not all of it is yarn spendiness, basically. The first project I have going out is Spidey Gnome. He's so cute. This is Spidey Gnome. He is by Sharon Mooney. He is a paid for pattern on Ravelry. He is $4 or £3.37. I will leave links down below. I don't have any of the yarn. I think possibly that is about the only yarn that I've got sitting. Is his beard. However, I will go through. So, pink for his hands, his face and his wee nose is Peyton's Fab DK in shade 2304, which is pink. It is 100% acrylic. You get 274 metres and 100 grams. I need to stop pressing his nose. I've made his nose wonky. I used 16.53 grams or 45.29 metres. Next is the Yarnsmith's Create DK in shade 3000, which is black. That is 290 metres and 100 grams. Again, that's 100% acrylic. Let's just be honest, this is all acrylic, so I don't have to keep saying it. You get 290 metres and 100 grams. I use 64.76 grams or 187.80 metres. Next is the white, which is for his beard. That was Sardar Bonus DK in shade 961, which is white. You get 280 metres and 100 grams. I used 4.02 grams or 11.26 metres because it was just for his beard. The next is the red. Now, I tried to do a love heart on the back. It went a bit wonky. It didn't work. However, it does kind of look like the marking that Bonnie's got on her bum. And that's what he thought it was. I never told him what it was at the back. And he's like, oh, look, you managed to make Bonnie's marking. Like, yes, I did. I'm going to say it's a love heart. And then, obviously, for his... It's got his shoelaces. So cute. This was Woolcraft New Fashion DK in shade 160, which is Matador. You get 300 metres and 100 grams. I used 3.35 grams or 10.05 metres. Where had I got to? I have absolutely no idea. And in total, I use 88.66 grams or 254.10 metres. and he was all done using a 4mm needle. He does have a bottle of Tropicana wedged in his bottom. I can't remember, did I use rice or did I think I might have used the pellets in him. So he does sit. He is weighted, he will sit. He does sit quite nicely. He's currently sitting on Ryan's British Gas memorabilia bookcase next to his gas meter. Is there anything else? Said it was a paper pattern. So that's it. Yeah, so he is finished. Yeah, he's finished. Ryan loves them. So yeah. The next finished object. I am so happy. Well, I was until I had a moan and then I realised I made a mistake. So, this is the Exploration Station by Stephen West. Again, this is a paid for pattern on Ravelry. It is €7 or £6.10. You can purchase it on its own, or you can purchase it as part of the West Knits Best Knits ebook. Apologies. Just had to kick the cat out. Where had I got to? Yes, you can purchase it as part of the West Knits Best Knits ebook, which is €30 or £26.13. Now, this hasn't been blocked. I will need to get that blocked later on. This is it here. Now, I have completely finished it. As you can see, it is completely finished. Now, when I went through and weighed all my yarn, I'd messaged the Zoom ladies and I was like, right, anybody who's done this, can you tell me, is it normal to have this amount left? Now, I had over 50 of 3 out of the 4 yarns. I had 40 grams left in the last colour. And I was like, that's a lot. I know you do have a lot of yarn left when you finish a Stephen West. But at one point, one of the skeins had 70 grams left. And I was like, that can't be right. It isn't right. Because I used the wrong size needle. Well done. So this is it here. So I don't have any of the yarn. You will see the yarns coming up. I think there's only one bowl that isn't in another project. So the black, which is here, and then at the bottom, this is Yarnsmith's Merino Sock in shade 2K00, which is black. It is a 75% merino, 25% nylon. You get 400 metres and 100 grams. I used 44.63 grams or 178.52 metres. Yeah. The next one is this one, which is Mothy and the Squid Sparkle Midnight Sky. It's a 75% 75% merino, 25% nylon. That it can be a 75-25. I think it's a 75% merino, 22 or 23% nylon, and then some stellene on it. Because it's sparkly. It's so sparkly. And this is Midnight Sky. That's a 400 metres and 100 grams. I used 34.69 grams or 138.76 metres. The next one is this one here. And this is Countess Ablaze Lady Persephone Sock in the shade Being Woken Every Morning by Seagulls. It is a 75% BFL, 25% nylon. You get 424 metres and 100 grams. I used 30.16 grams or 120.64 metres. This was where I was last time it was on the podcast, and I managed to get it all done. The last one is this one. Can you see? This one is Mousewitch yarn in Bleak Midwinter. It's a 75% merino wool, 25% nylon. It's 400 metres and 100 grams. This one, I did use a lot more of this one, and I used 57.54 grams or 230.16 metres. That's in that section. It's also in this section. And if I mind right, it's in that section as well. So yeah, this is it here. I absolutely love it. Would have liked it to be a bit bigger, if I'm being brutally honest. It would have been nice if it was bigger. It's alright. Let's be honest. It's alright. I will plan on getting this blocked later today, and hopefully it will be dry by tonight. In total I used 167.02 grams or 668.08 metres, and instead of the 4mm that the pattern had called for, I used a 3.75, which has made it considerably smaller. However, I like the fabric that I got with it. I don't think I would have liked it in a 4mm. I think it would have been a bit too gapey for my liking. So I have finished it. It works. I absolutely love the colours in that. It really does make me happy. So that is all I have managed to get finished. I am nowhere near finished the Kuschelig blanket. I'm still on the Halloween section, so I'm very, very far behind in that, but it is what it is. So in total, between Spidey Gnome and the exploration station, I have crafted 255.68 grams or 922.18 metres. It's no great, considering I was needing to craft like 2,000 metres a month. But it is what it is. I'm not going to start stressing or stuff. I'm not doing horrendously bad. That's all I'm going to say. My goal this year is to craft 25,000 metres. Previous outgoing was 2,987.14 metres. The 922.18 metres that I've crafted has brought my total up to 3,909.32 metres, which isn't fantastic. I'm trailing behind a wee bit, but I'm no overly concerned, as I said. Previous incoming was 10,000 metres. This is horrendous. I brought in 5,153 metres, which brings my total to 15,153 metres. I'm definitely going to have to be having words with myself. I need to stay away from the range. Or I need to stay away from the yarn aisle in the range. That might be an option. To target, I have 21,090.68 metres, which again is still doable at this point. I have not crocheted anything. I have knitted 3,909.32 metres. I've not spun anything and I've not woven anything. Given that I need to craft 2,084 metres a month, I'm behind on that, and I need to finish 3 projects a month, I think I may... How many projects have I done? 8. Yeah, I think I'm fine. For the next giveaway, I think what we'll do is I'll give away the cat. Where was I? Yeah, I've finished 8 projects, so that technically means that I'm fine. The explorations, the Gnome was finished in February, the exploration station was finished at the beginning of March, so I'm fine. I'm taking part in the Ravelry project challenge. My challenge is to finish 32 projects in 2025. I have finished 8, which makes it 25%. I'm fine with that. I'm on track. We're all good. Naughty corner. I'm not saying all these projects have been naughty. The first one is the recipient was naughty. If I've got a picture, I'll stick it in. I don't know if I have. The first one is the Advent Revisited Mitre blanket that I have stolen from Miss Mandy. Would you like to see? Obviously, I'd finished the first 2 squares. Would you like to see them? Not a happy bunny. And is that 3? Where's 3 gone? Where's 3 gone? Are you 3? Yes. There's days. There's the first 3 days. Well, the first 3 squares, they're not the first 3 days. I don't know how it came about. I think I was working on the 3rd square and Ryan had decided that he didn't want it running. At the time I was doing it in the order that Mandy had brought it out. He decided he doesn't want it in the order that Mandy brought it out. He wants it in day order, which is fine. It would have been fine had it not been that the first square, which is this one, and I don't know where the bulb band for that is. No idea. Right. This one is Enniskillen Castle, which turns out to be day 12. That was the first one. This one is Kumidu, which was day 19. This one was West Bay and Dorset, which is day 1. Which is fine. However, he waited until I'd got to that to go, no, what I'm actually wanting is them in date order, and I'm wanting it surrounded by black, and I think it's going to look fabulous. And I was like, Now, I said to him at the beginning, when I started this, would you like me to do it in date order, or are you wanting it in the order that Mandy brings them out in? I'll have them in the order Mandy brings them out in. Fair enough. That's fine. That works out really easy, Ryan. Really easy. And we'd got the yarn. Obviously, I have got February's ones sitting ready to go. These have now been marked up with days. So I've got day 4, I've got day 6, I've got day 5. Were they marked up in the day order? I don't think they are. I think they're marked up in the order that they came. They're not. The numbers on them are the order in which they were getting put in. However, that's no longer a thing. So I've got them. However, he's decided he doesn't want that order anymore. He wants it in date order. So he was made to rip it out. I will restart it again. And he's been told, once I start this, there is no takesy-backsy. I'm not ripping it out again. I will rip it out and he will get nothing. I do have to get work on this again. To be honest, and I've not said it to Ryan, but the way he's asked for it to be done might actually be easier, because what it means is as the squares are coming out, I can do the miter square. Obviously there'll be some of them that I can join together. I think I will need to sit and work out how I'm putting them in. If I snake it up, I could join. Now, I know for a fact, in my possession right now, I have the Giant's Causeway in the Mourne Mountains. So that's day 9 and 10, I have got them. I could sew them together so they're in a section, and as the days are coming out I can then add them on. I do need to sit and work out a plan for what ones are going where so that I can work it out. He's wanting the miter square, however he's wanting it joined as if it was the hexagon blanket. He likes the way that's joined together. So that's my plan. I do need to keep this. I will need to, I've got my notebook here. I do need to make a note of how that's going to work. So it's in my notebook. I will do that while I'm editing. If that's now been ripped out, I will get that restarted. The next project that's needing a restart. Nancy, I know you're going to laugh. There's a running joke between me and Nancy that every single one of my project is not considered as being properly started until I've started it twice. This is not doing me any favours. The next project is the Prowl socks by Stephen West. I'll stick a picture in because this is what they currently look like. I've ripped them out. Now these are one of my 12 cast-ons 2025. I had cast them on, I'd got the ribbon done on both socks, and I'd got four and a half repeats I'd got done in one of the socks. And I was like, I, one, think I've done it in the wrong size. Two, I don't want to work on this because, right, the problem that I've got, and this is a realisation that I've come to, and it's not just with this sock. I can see another couple of my socks having to be ripped out. I don't want any of this left over. I have far too much leftover yarn. So what I was wanting, and what I should have done, because I did toy with the idea when I cast them on, was to cast them on toe up. Did the cat freak you out? Apologies. The cat's freaking him out. The cat's having a moment. And he's currently lying at my feet, terrified because the cat's freaking him out. So the plan, I had toyed with the idea at the beginning that I was going to cast it on toe up, and so the sock ran in the right orientation. I was just going to start, obviously it's a 4-row repeat. I was going to start at row 4 and then work it up. It was going to be fine, wasn't going to be an issue, everything would be fine. And then I thought, no, I'm going to do the pattern as it says. No, I'm not. So the plan now is I'm going to do them toe up. there is now going to be a modification, because what I'll do is I'll put the integrated heel in, but the toe-up version in. I've pretty much figured out what numbers I need for the DK version of that, so that's fine. So I just need to cast it on. I'm going to do them two at a time. It's fine. I am using Drops Fiesta in shade 20, which is, if I remember correctly, Northern Lights. This is a 75% wool, 25% nylon. You get 110 metres and 50 grams. Obviously, I've got the 2 balls. I will be using a 3.5 for the main body of the sock and a 3mm for the cuffs. That's my plan. Now, I think I was doing the third size, which was 44 stitches. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down to the 36 stitches. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the second size, because it was, obviously right now the wool hasn't been washed. The minute that gets washed, it's going to go dead baggy and it's going to fall off my feet. So if I go down a size, it should give me the negatives that I'm looking for. And that's my plan. And I'm going to get them cast. I'm going to get this cast on and that cast on very, very shortly. Those are the two that are needing fixed. That was those two. The next 4, I have zero will to work on it. None whatsoever. I'm going to get into trouble for one of them. The first project is, I'll stick a picture in of the project, the finished project. This is the Blúirí by Ailbiona McLochlainn. It is a garter stitch cardigan. I did have to buy more orange because I was running low. All I've got is basically the tops of the shoulders. There is little of this thing at all. However, I don't know what make of needle I was using. I know I was using a 3.5 because I have got it written down that I was using a 3.5. However, this was cast on in June 2021. We are now in March 2025. There isn't that much there, so it's not going to be a major issue if I just rip it out and restart it again. And that's what I wholly intend to do. I will restart it again at some point, but what I'm wanting to do first is get some of my whips down. I am aware that Tonya will be holding cast on parties throughout the year. There's going to be people's birthday cast ons that we've got to take part in, because that's what we do. So there is going to be opportunities for me to cast this back on. The yarn's all sitting waiting. I don't need it taking up space right now. The yarn can be put away in my box for projects. Yarn that's got projects attached to them, that's fine. Or I could always get another tote box and stick that in that. I don't need it sitting on my project shelf. I need to be kind to myself. I'm just putting pressure on myself that doesn't need to be there. The next one is the counting sheet blanket. This is another problem where I've had to rip it out because it wasn't practical. And now that I've ripped it back, it's like, I really can't be bothered working on you. Again, more so because there's other projects that I know I can get done. This isn't something that I can rattle up in a month. It's going to take a while, and I have other stuff that I do want to finish. Now, I do have the yarn. that is another project where I'll just put the yarn away and I'll come back to that when I'm more inclined to work on it. The next one, this is one that is, it's not even the pattern that's been naughty, I just didn't read the pattern properly, is the Guilloche Pullover by Ailbiona McLochlainn. This is a jumper for Ryan. I started it. I got a good 3 or 4 pattern repeats in and put it away and decided I'm going to work on Ryan's jumper. That'll be a nice gift for him for Father's Day. I'm wanting to get some of the gift stuff done. And I picked it up, looked at the pattern, and I was like, oh, I've not done any of the stitches like that. And I thought, maybe it won't look so bad. So I'd done another repeat yet, and I was like, oh, that doesn't look right. And I thought, I'm going to have to take it back. This is another one where I'm not going to completely rip it out. I need to take it back to the ribbon. The ribbon's fine. It's just needing to go back so that I can do the repeat. I was getting cocky. I was cabling with a cable needle, except I wasn't cabling with a cable needle right, and it just doesn't look right. So I'll just go back to using a cable needle because it just makes more sense. So that's going back into hibernation. It's going to come off the rotation because I just don't have the brain space for it. Plus the fact it's in a really dark blue. Sort of like a dark grey blue. Well, I think it's a dark grey blue because it's petrol blue, and I'm pretty sure that's more grey blue than a blue. So that's come back out. Well, it's not come back out, it's been dropped back, and it's sitting in a container in that wardrobe to be worked on. The next one is the Pioneer Gloves by McClure. The problem with this is it's ribbon, and I have zero inclination to work on it because it's ribbon. This one is getting ripped out. If I was going to use the yarn again, I would rather it was socks as opposed to mitts. He's got big insulated gloves, so he's not really needing mitts. So that's coming out. So that's 4 projects that I've managed to knock off my whip list. One of them is completely off. The other 3 will go back into the future me projects. And when Tonya has a cast on party, or there's a cast on party for a birthday or whatever, I can then look at, is that a potential for being restarted once I get my whips down. So that's my plan. I am fingers crossed going to stick to it. However, you all know me, I change my mind like the Scottish weather. I've decided not to show the Kuschelig again because there isn't really any difference. There's only been a few days put in, and you've seen it before. I'm hoping to get more progress done on it, but obviously there's other projects that I need to get sorted first. The next project that I will be speaking about is it's not the March Gnome, it's my March Gnome. I will stick a picture in. This is not just another gnome by Schira, who is Imagined Landscapes. Given that I had a lot of yarn left over from the exploration station, I decided to make a gnome in the exploration station colours. Well, some of the colours. So this yarn here, can you see? This is Mouse Witch Yarns. I keep saying yarns, it's yarn. Mouse Witch Yarn, Bleak Midwinter. It's a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 400 metres and 100 grams. And this one here, so that's that one. I've managed to finish the hat. And this is Countess Ablaze, being woken every morning by seagulls. It's a 75% blue-faced Leicester, 25% nylon. You get 424 metres and 100 grams. I've got plenty of that left. And this is just a white mini that's been kicking about, and I'm just going to use that for the beard. So this is him here. Can you see the details? Now, I had got quite a way down the bottom. However, I noticed on this side I'd went a bit wonky in the pattern in the middle. That didn't look right, and I thought I could rip it back because it was a bit here and it was right at the beginning, and I was like, I could rip it back, will I though? And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to leave it. And I'd got further up and I noticed that it matched at the beginning, it didn't match at the end, and I was like, that's weird. So I took it back and I took it back and I took it back, and last night I took it back to there, right at the beginning. The cable hadn't travelled, it just went up. So I have fixed him. He is back. I have made a little tassel. I was going to add a bell on as well. However, I've come up with a plan. Nancy made me buy glasses. That was the other thing I bought. I bought glasses and I bought bells because Nancy made me. I have absolutely no free will. Nancy makes me do lots and lots of stuff. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. I've lost, if you've noticed, Noah's gone. I couldn't figure out whether the dog had stolen him, the cat had stolen him. However, I think he might be on the craft trolley because I decided to try out glasses on him. So I think I know where he is. I'll need to go find him. So this is this one. I'm just going to keep working on it. The Not Just Another Gnome is a paid for pattern on Ravelry. It is $9 Canadian dollars. I will link it down below. I am using a 2.5mm needle, and I'm kind of hoping that I should have him finished by next week. All I've got to do is finish off his bottom. Obviously he's been partially stuffed. I just need to do his beard. After that I need to do his hands, his beard, and I think that's it. Yeah, and then stuff him, and then he'll be finished. So that's that one. And he is now living in his Gnome bag. My next project, long-term viewers will know, I have currently about 11, possibly 12 blankets on the go at the moment. And I had decided that I was going to do the brioche chevron blanket. That didn't work. I tried another blanket. I was like, I'm swear the blankets, it's not even funny. I am a member of Mandy's Ko-fi membership. For that, there's a draw every month for a pattern prize at my level. Obviously, I got picked this month, and I had seen this. I'll stick a picture in. This is My Favourite Adventure by Christin, who is Dragon Horde Designs. I think she's also Dragon Horde Studios, if I remember correctly. I think. You will see the minis, you just won't see them properly. Where's the back? That's the back. So this is it here. It's a raglan jumper. And basically it's done for an advent or minis. I can't remember which. I'm sure it was an advent. So I decided what I'll do is I'll use some of my advent, some of my minis from the Mystery Mini Club and put it in. Can you see? It's going to be fabulous. I'm just working away on it. I did have a little bit of a moment where I was listening to an audiobook that had David Tennant in it, and I think I came over all a quiver, and I just started randomly adding colours in. So I've got a few more repeats to put in for the raglan. These are marking the mini changeover, because you have to do X amount of rows before you change. Obviously there is other minis. That's how it's working. I honestly don't know if the bits are right, but I like how it's working. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fabulous. So the plan is I'm using the Yarnsmith's merino sock that was left over from the exploration station. That, what was left of that's going to go in, and then I'm just going to continue using the merino sock, and then I think it works out to January to May. I'm sure it's January to May. And then I'll pick another jumper and do another jumper with the June to October. Something like that. That's my plan. That is what I've been working on. My favourite adventure sweater is $8 or... I didn't write down how much it is in your money. I think possibly about £6, £5-6, something like that. Obviously I didn't pay for it. Mandy did gift me it as part of my membership. So no, start again. She didn't gift me it because of my membership. She gifted me it because I was chosen as the winner for March. It was a pattern that was on the list for purchasing at some point, preferably before Advent, because I was originally going to use my Advent minis in it and then decided no, we'll use that one. I can't tell you what size I'm using because I didn't write it down. I will do that for the next episode. I'll hopefully get some more work done on that. Priority for this week, I need to get the miter square blanket started again. I need to get the Prowl socks started again. At that point, I'm kind of swaying about whether I get the Gnome finished first and then cast them on. I think while I'm editing this, I'll work on the Gnome. No, I think while I edit this, I'll work on the blanket, because I can cast it on with my lunch and then that'll be ready to go. Then I'll edit this, get it uploaded. Ryan is out tonight, which will give me time to listen to my audiobook and work on the Gnome. So that's my plan. Everybody's fine. Still feeling a little bit tired. The doctor can't find out why I'm feeling so tired, so I just need to wait on my hospital appointment. Yeah. But apart from that, everything is good. I'm enjoying making the gnomes, spending time with the Zoom ladies. Oh, well, I remember Zoom. Member Zoom is this Thursday, which is the 13th. And then I'm sure it's the 29th. I have put a post out that has gone in the members group. If you are a member and I have forgotten to add you to the group, could you let me know, because I have a shocking memory. The list of things I need to do just keeps getting longer. I think that's everything. Nothing else happening. I don't have anything planned at the moment. So I'm going to go, because I'm very much aware it is getting later. I want to get this edited. Obviously I've got some, I need to get the thumbnail and stuff done. So yes, I hope you have a very pleasant afternoon, evening, day, whenever you see this, and I will see you back here again soon. Bye.